friends, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, we have some tapes here. These are from the Washi Tape Shop. Thank you, Washi Tape Shop, for sending these to me. We are going to go ahead and unbox these and look at all of them and then do something creative with them. So let's just pull everything out. We have a lot of cute stuff in here. Very bright, very floral. I see some veggies and stuff. So this looks like a fun one. All right. Let's just organize really quick to take a look and see if we can kind of see some themes going in. We've got some florals. We've got some cats. This one is a little more realistic. That one's a little more realistic. These are more sketched. These might go together. We'll see. All right, so this is what we've got, and we are going to flip them over because I always take a look at the names after the fact so that I can try to link those for you. So hopefully I'll be able to do that, but you can also pause and zoom in to look at the names. But I'll list them all down below. We've got these Kitty Conga and Kitty Cascade, Velvet Orchard, Magnolia Bloom. These are all sunlit orchards, so you can probably buy them individually or as a set. Typically, that's how it works. All right, we've got Maple Cafe. Oh, there's a coffee cup there. Oh, I'm going to like that one. Lemon Breeze, that was the one with the picnic basket. Summer Bazaar, that's the veggies. Summer Market is like these hanging plants and things. And then Lakeside Glow. All right. One thing that I've been doing when I do all these big unboxings with tapes, I'm going to take everything off without you just to save some time, and then we'll take a look at everything. All right, I've opened all these up. I've kept the labels on top of each of them so we know exactly what each thing is. We're going to start with the cat ones. This one is Kitty Cascade, and all their tapes that are like stickers nowadays are pre-cut, so that is really cool. I always am looking for that if I'm looking at tapes these days. Oh my god. This is like, oh, this would be so great for a Dutch door. And, okay, so my mind is going a mile a minute right now. So this is we need to make some space. Okay. This is a cloud with all these cats hanging off it, okay? These two are not the exact same, but they're fairly similar. And here's what I'm thinking about how you could do sticker surgery to make this work for a Dutch door. So these are all attached by a thin line. If you separate the cats, you can line them up perfectly to make your own line of cats in different ways. And then the cats, the only way that they're really different is the curve of their tail. So you could trim the tail and move it around to be at a different angle to make the cat fit the Dutch door perfectly. So that's what I'm thinking. I don't know if it'll actually work, but it goes all the way here and then it continues. Oh my god, where does it repeat? This is a lot of cats. How far does it go? Oh my god. Okay, it goes all the way to here. That is a really long set of things. I thought I was going to be doing florals and stuff like that because I don't own cats. I love cats. I had cats as a kid, but I'm not necessarily a cat person right now with my 2 young kids and we don't have any pets yet. This is really cute. This would be really great for a Dutch door. You'd have to play with it and do some sticker surgery on it. Okay, so that was Kitty Cascade, and this one's Kitty Conga. This is a sideways one. Okay, let's see how well this one would work or if this one would be harder to do as a Dutch door. By the way, usually, later I'm going to go find it all. Usually once I take off the tape, I get the little hair rubber bands that I use in my daughter's hair and use those to hold around it so I don't have to peel off something sticky every time I open a tape. So this one's Kitty Conga. Okay, I'm just pushing stuff out of the way so you can see it. Okay, so you can see all the cats are sitting up. This one's hanging off. And again, they're not interconnected. It's just the wire that is holding them all together. So you could totally, completely cut it apart to create a Dutch door. because like this cat is fairly symmetrical. You're going to be looking at the tips of their head because this one is going to be probably a horizontal Dutch door. That one's fairly symmetrical. I suppose you could do it from the top down, so then you'd have to look at their tails and stuff. But it'll be easier from the top. Like these two, while they're not the exact same size, they're similar in opposite directions, so they'd work on the two sides of the Dutch door. It would be a lot of sticker surgery, but it would be insanely cute. And again, this just goes and goes and goes. What did it start with? The big, oh, here it is. This one. So it ends here. That is super cute. Oh my God, I love it. That is so fun. So these are the kitty ones. I think they're very fun. All right, next up, let's look at all of the things that I received are PET tapes or pet tapes, except these are on washi paper. Typically in the Washi Tape Shop website, you have to choose if you want the pet version or the washi tape version. So be careful when you're making your choice because there are two different options. The washi tape option looks really nice on some things, but I have started preferring the pet version because it's got that white ink base and I can layer them together really nicely and things like that. So take a look. Some of their sticker packs do not come as a pet tape though, so I don't know about this one, but many of them do. Okay, we're probably gonna rip a few things as we peel up the tape here. That's the other problem with them. I'm trying not to rip things. Well, we did a little. Oh, what just... We are peeling up the whole sticker, aren't we? Okay, there we go. Well, goodbye, sticker. Oh, this one's a thicker material. It's paper. It's not the washi paper. This is actual paper. So this is cool. Okay, so we missed that. Let's just scroll through. This one is Sunlit Orchard. I love the paint style on this. And typically these ones that are like stickers and that set like this aren't quite as long before they loop. So that's what we got on that one. And this one is, so that was number 3. Oh, they're all labeled 1, 2, and 3, so I bet they do come as a set. That would be my guess. But really, I don't know. Okay, trying to peel this up. Hey, sticker, stay back down. No, that sticker wants to go, so we are going to remove that part and just go from there. Oh, I have a fruit on me. Let's put that one back down. Okay, so here we go looking at these. Does it repeat there already? Yeah, okay, so it's not long at all. It goes from that up to here. All right. So this one was number 2 in the set, and this is number 1. Trying to peel it the first time is difficult. I definitely am getting all my little rubber bands out after this to try and stop this situation. Okay, I need to... So this is one problem with this tape. Just the peeling at the beginning. Okay. So let's just start here. Then that's where it repeats. I do like this material more than the washi paper because it's solid, so it looks like you'll be able to put it over like a pre-printed planner page and not deal with the white lines that show through when you use washi paper. Right, florals are always some of my favorite. This one's Velvet Orchard. It has some lace in it. That's fun. I always like when they do like a mashup of some different things and not just florals. And that might work decently for Dutch doors. This one looks like it might. This one definitely would. Like, things are looking good for Dutch doors on this one. Okay. This one probably has a long set of things before it loops. So let's just see how far it goes. There, that's where it looped. So you get all of that. This one's really pretty. I love the lace with the florals. Okay. So are we doing kitty and cute or are we doing florals? I don't know. I have a lot to set up for July in my brand new creative journal because I just finished my journal in June. Where's the tape on this one? Here we go. No, not that. This. Come on, tape. I see you right there. Oh my gosh, let's try the other side of the tape. Let's try this corner. There we go. All right, so this one has some text on it. Has some big floral branches and some smaller things. This one will be harder for Dutch doors than the other one, but as always, you can do sticker surgery. You can cut off at a branch and place it somewhere else on the branch. You just have to think creatively about how you can do that. These are symmetrical. All the little frames would be pretty easy to do symmetrical stuff, and that is where it resets. So again, a long set of things before it loops around. Typically, you get 4 to 5 loops of images on a roll from the Washi Tape Shop. All right, so that was Magnolia Bloom. All right, next up, we have these 5 left. This one is Summer Market, so this is our vegetables and stuff. I love the little cart. And this is all on that pre-cut PET tape that's got the white ink base, as you can see the white on it. So you can actually make a little scene. You have your pots with things in it. You have your stuff to go on the cart. You have your fences. You have a shelf that you can stock goodies on. Like, you can make a little scene. And you could add paper behind it. You could add distress inks, whatever you want to make your little market. And that's where it repeats. So this one's really cool for like building a scene. There are items in here that would be great for Dutch doors, but I'm also just excited about the scene building aspect of tapes like this. All right. Let's do the other really tall one. This is the Maple Cafe. I feel like I'm gonna like this one a lot too because it's all coffee. And look at these scenes. They're already done for you with the background, with the water and the boats. And it is so cute. Okay, what was our starting one? Okay. And this is shiny, so I'm gonna go like this. Okay, this is the angle. To try to lessen shine for you to see it. There's actually quite a bit on this one, and it repeats there. But it is really fun. It has all sorts of little shops, a bookshop, a flower shop, of course the coffee shop, some little coffees, heart waffles, a cinnamon roll, a milkshake, like lots of fun. Okay, the next tallest one is Pre-Cut Summer Breeze. And this one has vegetables as well. So this one might go with Summer Market. They might be under the same listing. I don't know. Because it's all the vegetables you could sell. And there are also carts. So this one you could make a scene along with that one. These vegetables are bigger. So maybe they wouldn't go as well. It repeats here. But I love the art style in these ones. Okay, all the labels are going everywhere, but I guess I really don't need them anymore since we've been saying it as we go. Okay. Right, yeah, I'm actually going to grab all the labels and just stack them up so that I can use them to make sure I have everything linked for you when this video posts. So I'm just going to put them over here so I don't lose them. Okay, second to last is Lakeside Glow. Okay. Oh, this is pretty. This has all sorts of like watercolor floral scenes and flowers. And it repeats here. So super pretty. I love a good watercolor floral. I have a bunch of watercolors in a drawer and watercolor paper, and I've been meaning to find the time to like actually learn how to watercolor on paper. And it's one goal for this year is to make the time to start playing around with that on actual paper instead of just digital stuff. Pre-cut Lemon Breeze. Okay. We all love a good lemon theme, right? All right. Here are our lemons. And it repeats. There's the lemon tree. So pretty. Okay, so we have a lot of summer stickers. I really want to use some of the summer stickers, but I also, I just really like this vertical cat tape. And it will not, some of the other things we can kind of put together, like these two could be used together. Of course, these can be used together. All of these art styles kind of work together. This one's more cartoony, would not work with the others. So I think we do got to do it though. Maybe it's going to be a singular Dutch door just to play with this and then go from there and see what happens. So yeah, we're going to use this one today. I will use something else soon in another video, promise. But this is the one we're going with. And we're going to use my brand new creative journal, which I've only decorated one spread in. This is from Archer and Olive. It is sold out, but I recommend following them on social media or getting on their email list because some of their most popular things will sell out pretty quickly. And they're just so pretty. So this one is the Dragonspire notebook. And I did just this spread using my own stickers from my own shop and put a few stickers here. So we will grab a couple of these stickers to put in here as well because I'm just decorating it as I go for the name page. And let's create a singular Dutch door. Is there some kind of tape that I want to use with it? Let me pause and look at what other tapes I have to see if there's another tape to use with it as like a background tape. All right, so yeah, we're going to make a singular Dutch door page and we'll use this. And then I thought it might be fun just to use like a fabric tape along the edge here and then layer some more cat stuff along it. Maybe from this, maybe from this, I don't know yet. But let's just figure this out first. I'm not going to cut anything with the, I'm not going to put anything down yet. I'm not going to do any of that. What I want to do is cut apart all of this. I know it's in a specific order, but for the Dutch doors, thinking about which ones go together will be best. So we're going to cut apart a lot of it to make our little thing. And I love this one. And oh my God, this is such a long strip. This one to be at the very end, though this one will be harder to recreate at the very end. This one's symmetrical, so will work well. Okay, we're gonna cut a bunch of stuff up. It's gonna leave a lot of scraps. It's just gonna be what happens. So I'm just gonna take this whole piece for now so that we can cut some things up. And it's gonna be a bit of a mess for a minute. And we'll have to do this again with another set, right? So little cat's gonna go there, I think. So the thing that we're gonna have to do is trim things up, and then, here, let me show you what I mean. Trim things up and then hold them backwards to each other so we can see how things will line up. So we can go like that. See, that one is too small compared to that one. This one's too small, but a little closer, and we could make it work with this on the back side, but maybe, see this one, oh no, but we have to follow the line. So we are just taking a look at what we got, and we might have to do like not perfect fits on the back side. See, like, let's keep looking. Let's find our best fit. This one's ears follow the right thing for that, but the tail is not right. So we'd have to just leave a little extra space to do that. And this one's smaller, so that one's gonna go on the back side. So we're just gonna cut this up right now and get this one in line. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna try to actually leave these here and leave that there. Okay, so we had one on that side. Let's try to get one that's gonna go on this side. So just looking at things. Okay. Okay, these are both brown cats. Let's see if we can get one that's a little different. Okay, I'm gonna try this one. This is a whole, like, sticker surgery complicated sort of thing. Oh yeah, we have to make sure he's lined up like this. So this one may not work with some things. Had a feeling that he might work with this one, but doesn't look like it. So this may just be a whole guessing game of what works together and playing with things. These two might not be bad. You know what I might do though, guys? I might just cut these all apart. And turn upside down all the right-sided ones and keep the left-sided ones upright so that we can see this. Look, that is pretty close. The tails, one tail will probably need to be adjusted just a little bit, but the way the head is tilted is pretty close. This guy has a longer tail. Oh, but that's that one. Okay, so we're gonna have to use this one, and we will manage. If we need to shorten a tail, that's also sticker surgery, and we could do that. Okay, I'm gonna go through and cut everything up. You don't need to see that on video, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do this and separate the left from the right ones so that we can see which ones match up. And then I'm gonna have all these scraps for future spreads. Okay, here we go. So I realized as we set this up, as I cut all this up, that I could use some of the extra stickers, like these little hearts or the butterfly or things, if there's something that's not quite lining up, to adjust it and make something else stick out to like make it work. But I'd have to know ahead of time that I needed to do that. So like, that one's actually decent. Yeah, but right now what we're gonna do is look at these versus each other. So I am just going to lay out all of these ones and then one by one flip over the other ones and see which ones match. This is the puzzle game, guys. So this is more of an advanced spread because we are doing sticker surgery on the entire thing. But if you weren't doing a Dutch door, this is a really easy tape to decorate like the whole thing. Okay, so we've got all those cats. Is that in view? Yes. Okay. So I'm just going to take one at a time. Wait a minute. This one's kind of over the middle. That's why he's not working, because he's crossing it. So that one's not going to work for any of them. Here we go. This one follows the same shape, except the tail would need to be moved. I think that's okay though. We can move a tail. All right, so we are just checking for the shape of them. That one works too. That was a good guess. All right, this one crosses it again. Actually, he's more of a left one. Where's the one that crosses it? And they don't quite work. We're just going to set them aside and not use them this time. Yeah, this one's too small to go with any of them. This one would work except for the tail. It would work decently. But let's see. Actually, that one fits almost perfectly except for the tail, which we could do sticker surgery. This one has a hat. That's not going to work. That's almost a fit other than the tail. Oh, that one crosses over. That's going to be harder. Let's just take that out. Okay. Throwing stickers around. That one almost works. Let's see. I think that's good. That might get us enough things. And then the question is, do I use this one on the bottom? If I go like this, then the cat head's going to be sticking up. On the other side. But if we do it right here, I could just lower it a little bit and make it... Let's see. Let's try that. We're going to move all these out of the way. Move the non-matching ones out of the way. Okay. And see if we can line this up. Oh, wait. Where did the two go? Oh, gosh. Which ones went with these guys? Oh, my gosh. Okay. I'm going to pause, figure that out. Be right back. All right. I went back to the video to figure out which one went with it. So those were the ones that we had there. Now, let's just see. These are matching. These are matching. These just got messed up. Which ones? Those two and these two with a tail surgery. These two. These two. Okay, these are my options. And I'm going to look at it going alternating cat directions as well as how well they actually fit together. So if I do this one, problem is I need to cut that. So I don't want this one to be on this side because I want to make sure I get the right arm angle. And I could rotate this tail to fit. Yeah. So this guy, I want to be like further down here and we want a cat in between. I'd like an orange cat because it'll work better. This one will work well because the fishing rod we won't have to deal with. on that side. Let's just see how well this actually fits. And then we could adjust the tail to be pretty good. Yeah, okay. So we'll do the fishing rod one, because that'll get us an orange cat. Okay. Making sure we have like the spacing as well. Okay. So then we haven't done a white with gray cat, so we could do one of these. And if that's the case, it would be this one. And again, fits pretty well. I'll need to cut these like a little bit wider than I think I need until we know exactly where things are. We might need to adjust the tail, but I think it'll do. And then we need like one small cat, which this guy actually has a cloud. That's difficult, but no, we have lots of clouds in here. Like here's a cloud. I could put a cloud behind. Wait a minute. If we do this guy here, it's going to be the inside part, not the cloud part. That is part of it. And that would be fine. Okay, we'll do this guy. So this is what we're doing, ignoring all these little extra stickers that are on it. And then this is the path we'll follow on the back side, and hopefully it works out. I will need to cut off these two pieces on the next strip of them, but that's okay. All right, we're just going to start from the top, and all the extra stickers off of these ones we will use somewhere in the spread. Okay. This is a little stressful, not knowing if it's actually going to work out, and this one's my actual creative journal, not one of my R&D notebooks. So this is a little stressful, but I'm really excited by it. Okay, keeping all the extras for things. I'm going to turn it this way. Turn it at an angle like this to try to line it up. I'm going to turn this one actually upside down. Things just fell off. We're going to get them in a minute because I need to make sure we get up onto the black line and keep it as straight as possible. There. I'm gonna move some things way over here so we don't have this problem. Just keep the one cat that I need at a time on the paper. So far, looks great. I think I have a sticker stuck to my finger. Yeah, little clear piece. Go away. Oh well. All right. Lining this one up. The little orange tabby with the fishing rod. Okay, come on though. It has some extra stickers there. That is so much fun. That one's not quite 100% aligned. It's like the very tiniest bit off, but let's just make sure this all works. Then I can readjust a piece of a sticker here or there. Stay where I want you. This looks so fun. This is definitely a lot more complicated than just using the tape as it was intended, but it's a fun puzzle. Okay. Probably one of my most intensive single Dutch door spreads ever. Normally, I love the big cascading ones that have lots and lots of pages because you get more journaling days out of it. But it's okay. And if something doesn't line up perfectly for what I wanted, we have all these tiny stickers. We can just like layer something over a cat where it might be needed. But so far, that's pretty fun looking. All right. Come on. This is the right length, which is great. All right, there we go. And then I just want to readjust the top of this sticker just to go over literally like the tiniest bit. There. Perfect. Okay. That is so cute. All right, we need to cut it. We've got my gyro cut and my well-loved sticky mat. It's no longer sticky, but it's just an A5 sticky mat, cutting mat. And I'm giving it a little bit of extra space here. Like I'm not cutting super close to the cats, just in case one of my like measurements was off a little bit. So we have some wiggle room for the things that we're gonna put down on the back side. All right. Here we go. Look at that. We are going to see these tails are going to be the hardest part, I think. But first, we're just going to grab the pieces we need here. And I don't want to cut up this whole thing. So I'm just going to take them from this. So we'll cut the other one at the very end when we're done lining everything else up. So we've got our cat. Now we can hold this piece down. And see, that's gonna do, it'll be good enough, but the tail we do have to adjust. So before we put it down, I'm gonna cut off the tail piece so that I can just fix that up separately and then put it down after. Okay. Actually, let's put it down before because we've got that white ink base. So I want, when I put the cat down, the tail to just like tuck under the cat, hopefully. So we've got it down like that. So hopefully it just goes into the cat and looks decent. There we go. Look at that. It's got a shorter tail now, but it'll work. And then this one's going to go right there. That's perfect. All right, now this guy, there are going to be moments when we don't have enough like wire, so we'll get a black pen later to draw the line. Actually, let's do it before, just so it can go over the edge a little bit if needed. So I'm just going to do it like that. It's going to be a little thicker than the other line, but again, we're making it work, doing our sticker surgery, drawing a few things as needed, all of that. We're going to do the tail first again, because that worked really well. Let's just make sure he's going to be close enough to the tail. Okay, so the tail needs to start closer to this side, except that is too curved. Let's I might have to do the tail on top. Let's see if this works or not. Oh yeah, that's too far away. Okay. Bring it in. That'll do. Okay. There, look, we fixed the tail. That is so much fun. All right, this one is gonna go here. And yeah, that will do. They aren't as close as some of the other stickers sometimes, like to the edge, but that's okay. Once this is done, I have to figure out how to pull everything together with the front and back sides and the like any boxes or things like that. I'm wondering if like mild liners are gonna be our friends here or not. That's kind of perfect right there again, other than the tail. Don't cut off the hat. Just the tail separated, please. Okay, so if I do this here, the tail needs to be up like this. We're gonna have a little bit of the tail. I think I can lower it a little. Like this little bit might be empty, but we're just gonna go with it. We'll trim that one as far as it goes in a second. All right, and then this guy, and he's holding the cloud, so doesn't matter. We'll have to like fill in a little star there potentially, but we'll grab the last piece before we decide. Okay. That worked out better than I thought, guys. I wasn't sure how all of this was gonna go. We need this guy, so we'll trim there. And so he is not gonna work with the Z's. So we're gonna trim that off, and we have to lower him a bit because of the cat ears. So I am gonna go ahead before I put this down and draw just as straight a line as I can do, just down like that, so we can connect it wherever we need to. There we go, cool. Okay, so we're gonna fill a couple of tiny gaps with some things, which we've got some stuff on those over there. So I don't think we need to grab anything else from this right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this up. And I just want to use these little stars, but I want to separate them out so I can use them on different things. So like, we'll put one star right there. Put another star right there. Maybe right here. I don't think we need it there. That'll do. And then I want to see if I can trim that one down at all before we finish up with all the cuts. I'm just going to cut this one closer to his tail instead of having a big gap. And it's a little pointy now. I'm just gonna use the scissors to round that out. It's hard to do those tiny little cuts when you don't have a lot of paper to grab onto. Just like that. It's really pointy right there. I just want that to be less pointy. There we go. Okay. That's our little cat line thing. That is so cute. Okay, So we're just going to trim this up and trim up the edge that went over right here. And there we go. Look at that. That is so much fun. Okay, so my thought is to do kind of like a fabric tape on this and then make some more scenes. So like using it, we don't need to cut things up like we did the last time. We could just take another big strand and put it down this, or we could grab some horizontal cats and have them coming out from a few places. But I think this is gonna look really nice with a black tape paired with it as like the spacer between the journaling space and the decorative space. Okay. This makes me so happy, these cats. I don't know, they're just so whimsical and fun. Okay, we'll trim that in a second. Let's get the other one down. If I can peel it. Hey, don't you do that. Oh my gosh, okay. Trying to make sure there are no bubbles in it. We'll trim this up and then we can do some light other decorations and go from there. Now, do I want to do mild liners in this or just some boxes? I don't know. I feel like just some black boxes would look really good with it because there's so much color on the cats. They're outlined with those black lines. I just think it might look good to just use black boxes. All right, so let's grab a thin black tape. Right now I'm using a whiteboard tape. It's 3 millimeters. You can grab 3mm washi tape online as well. Just I bought a big pack of this and I'm trying to use it up. I bought it when I couldn't find 3mm washi tape. So yeah, but don't want to waste. So I'm using that before I buy any 3mm small washi tapes. But I know they exist, so you can go grab some if you want that instead. Okay. Because I've got like 3 of these giant tape rolls of it. So yeah. Okay, so the question is, do I make them go vertical and just use this roll again? Or do I do the horizontal ones? I think vertical is going to look better. I just think it is. So we are going to go ahead. Where did I put this tape? I really need to get the rubber bands on these. Here's the tape. Okay, so we're going to put this one starting here. So we're going to need all the way to this cat to fit all the way down the page. And there we go. Look at that giant cat line. Okay, so I'm going to turn it sideways. Go on top of my hand so I don't get you stuck to the page. Okay, we're going to put this one right there and see if that spacing works. And just try to go all the way down in a straight line. Yeah. Okay, so I need to push them down and make sure there's no bubbles going on. But that seems pretty good. A few cat ears and tails are going over that black line, but that's okay. Okay, it starts to get offset from the straight line right there. So there we go. Look at that. You can see a little bit of the fabric through the white cats, but you see less of it through the more colorful cats. And that's going to happen with any white ink base. The lighter stuff, you'll still be able to see a little bit through, but unless you're using a paper sticker, that's kind of the best you got. All right, so we did that one, and now we'll just continue with what we've got here, except these cats are very close together, and I don't really want to use that one there. So what if I go to this one, then I get some other cats that I didn't use. Okay. Do that all the way down to the crying cat. Come on, it doesn't want to pull up that one's tail. There we go. All right. We're going to hold that down so that I'm not dealing with that while also putting this down. I'm going to do this again. This worked well, of getting it over my hand so that that other part isn't sticking down before I'm ready for it. Okay. Come on. Trying to keep it somewhat straight. I think that's close enough. Okay. There we go. And we've got that. Now the only thing is there are some kind of like gaps in here, and I feel like it could use some of the extra stickers that we have, because we've got a lot of extra stickers, just to like add pops of color and detail, because the background tape is a nice pattern, but it's pretty plain. So I think we're gonna add just some other fun stuff and use up all the extra stickers that we've already like cut off here. Trying to keep the desk from being just a major mess. All right. So here we go. These things don't need to make any sense at all. They're just going to be random things floating, kind of like a collage. And we're just going to go with it. Some of them I will put off the edge. Not that one though, because that one's cute. But like this rain cloud, I'm going to put off the edge and then use half of it over there too. Put it like that, and then I'll immediately trim it and take the other half to the other side and put it down here so it's at a different place than the one up top on the other side. Okay, the bee wants to be seen when this is folded over, so let's put it here. That's cute. And this little, is that a hamster? Let's also have the hamster scene and have it here. We've got a couple stars, so we'll get those in, maybe one on each side. We've got a Wanted to say lollipop, a popsicle. Oh my god, the little cat with the balloon. Let's add another cat, and I think we have a spot right here for him. That is so fun. Okay, here's another whimsical popsicle. Very tiny. Stickers this small. You could use tweezers for. I don't want to get it out for like one sticker though. Tiny little one there. Oh my god, these are tiny though. Okay. Okay, this is gonna come off a cat. Just have it coming off this cat. He doesn't look too happy right now. Let's add a little star by that cloud. We have another little cloud here. We don't have very many clouds on this side. Okay. Green thing. Let's have it there. Here's another little green thing. We'll put it on the other side. Right there. We have a little chick with a flower. Looking at the spacing that we have. This one's stuck to all the other sticker paper. Okay. Put her here. We have a little book. This is a good one to cut in half and use on the two sides. So I'm just gonna snip it down the middle. Put some right there and some right here. Okay, so that has used up all the stickers that we had on the stickers that we've already used, but we've got some other little stuff and we have a few gaps still. So let's grab this little set of stars and put it in right there. And I need one little sticker here, maybe one sticker coming off this spot. Okay, so a tiny sticker. Nope, not tiny. Oh, look at this little candle. That'll be cute. Okay. And then something coming off there. Oh, how about the sun? We can put the sun on both sides. And then I think this side is done and looks complete and looks really fun. Okay. So sometimes like the Dutch door is fun, but the sides really pull it together even more. We have these little star things going on. Let's see. They'd fit nicely there. We have a little flower bouquet with a bow. That sounds nice, but we have the flowers there. Let's put it up here. Even though we've got the books going on, I have a tiny piece of the clear plastic to trim. And I feel like we need one thing sticking off the edge here. Or I don't really want to cut something in half. Let's use one little heart there. Just to fill the gap. And then I think that side's complete too. We are going to grab some black boxes and maybe put a few cats with the black boxes, but maybe not. Let's just grab, this is the one I've used a lot of, but actually, usually I use not the super long boxes. These ones go the full length. I don't want to use those. Okay, we're gonna grab my newer black box sticker book that has more stickers left. I like these ones that are not the full length ones, like this size. I don't usually use those, but with this long strand, I feel like that might actually work pretty well today. So let's go ahead and do that. When I'm making these, I like to look at balance across the page. So I want them to be bottom to top or left to right, or if I do it centered, do it center and center. This one I'm not going to do centered because I think it just needs something out here, and we are going to do the top though because the other page we started on the bottom. And we're gonna layer some. I'm just putting these long boxes down first and then grabbing the other stickers I want. Okay. I don't always go for the lined stickers, but I feel like in this case it might do well. So do I want it here or here? I think towards the bottom. I think for balance, that's just gonna look better than having something kind of in the middle here. I don't know, I think that's gonna look nice today. So we're gonna do that on all of these and follow the same kind of pattern across all these pages. So then the question is, do I do a third box or leave it like that? I feel, let's just grab a third box and see what it looks like. I honestly feel like we don't need that. Let's just grab one. Just hold it here. Yeah, no, I feel like that would be too much today. So I'm going to put that back. We're going to call that good, but do I add like a singular cat to each of these layered sections? Like we could do this one and cut off the little ends. That would actually be kind of cute. Okay, let's just see what cats we would do. This one's pretty funny, how it's like shooting the arrow at the balloon with this cat. Okay, let's do that one over here. It can hang down like that. And then one more cat to do right here. Maybe just another floating balloon cat so I don't have to do some more strand cuts and stuff. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna trim off the wires of this one. So it's just a floating cloud. Again, sticker surgery helps you create anything you want using your stickers. There we go. Folded a little of the ear over, fixed that. This little cat is floating, and we'll add these 2 stars for him just to make the scene because he's a little bit smaller than the other cats are. Okay. And then this one I do have to trim these strands off of again. Okay, this one's a little harder to trim because it goes all the way down there. Okay, I think that will do it. Okay, it came with it, but I am going to pluck it out. All right. There we go. And he's got the little, this is perfect. He's got the little, like, I can't even see it there. I'm going to move his little question mark over so that we can see it right here. And he's like, what is this guy doing? He's going to shoot the cat with the balloon and the cat's going to fall. He's like, what? See, storytelling in our stickers. We do need to get something down at the bottom just to be like the bottom of that line so that it makes sense. Right there. We could put a little cloud like at the bottom of it. We could put like this at the bottom of it. Just thinking about what could be the bottom of this thing. The rainbow. I like the rainbow. Okay, the rainbow is going to be the bottom of this line. Okay, there we go. That is so much fun. Okay, this spread definitely brought a smile to my face this time. So here is the finished result. And here's all our little scenes. It is so happy with these cats and kind of crazy with these cats. But I love it. I love it. I hope you guys like this too. By the way, code AmyPlans10 works at the Washi Tape Shop if you want to save on any purchase with any of the things that you've seen today. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.